Chainsaw Man Part 2 has been announced and is coming July 13th. Let's talk about what the story might be, because it's the school arc, so there's gotta be like school stuff in it, and given that it is a shonen and like manga, if it's like a school arc, I really want some cliche but good cliche school stuff, like, you know, cultural festival. There could be like, you can do a lot of shit in Chainsaw Man Part 2. You have this much like amounts of reference here. Like you can do anything in this one. And the biggest thing I want in Chainsaw Man Part 2 is the exam devil. I don't know if like exams are that much of like a serious fear in students in Japan. I have never even talked to who the fuck am I kidding? I haven't even talked to a foreigner, let alone a Japanese person. Even if I did, how the hell? I'm just babbling. Anyway, so I want the exam devil to be like the strongest devil this arc, because like it's school arc and it's like supposed to be centered around schools, Denji's high school life, and stuff like that. So if not the strongest, at least have the exam devil, or like the school devil. School devil is essentiality in this one. Like school devil needs to be there. If it's not, you're doing a mistake in this one. When like school devil, exam devil, these two needs to be there. And you might be thinking like, Denji beat the gun devil, man. Like, he defeated Makima, he defeated so many strong devils in part 1. How the hell is he supposed to like be a threat? And like, because sure, one of the things that's gonna be selling Chainsaw Man Part 2 is gonna be the action, so Denji is strong as hell. Why would a exam devil be a threat? If you have that kind of thinking, congratulations, you are a first bencher, aren't you? You have no clue about how we backbenchers feel. And given the fact that most of the students are backbenchers, the exam devil should be pretty powerful. Nowhere near like the gun devil or something, but it should be moderately powerful. Now you might be thinking like, okay, sure, it's moderately powerful. Denji should still be stronger than him. No! Denji will not be stronger than him. Or like, Denji should be on his level, because Denji, I think that like Denji is gonna be a lot weaker in part 2 than he was in part 1. Why? Chainsaw Devil. The devil Denji gets his power from, and devils get power from fear. Mass amounts of fear, increased power for devil of that particular type. For example, people fear war, the war devil gets stronger. If people don't fear war anymore, the war devil will get weaker. This even happened to him in context of the story. Makima literally used this to weaken Denji, and at this point, Chainsaw Man is like a public hero. So if something doesn't happen to ruin that image that Denji has of the Chainsaw Man, and like make him strong again, and as strong as he was, make him feared by everyone in Japan again, it's gonna be tough. Like, to have him at his peak of the power. But in part 2, because he's a public hero, he's gonna be a lot weaker, because the devil won't have that much fear. People won't fear him as much as they used to. Mostly because of Makima and like what he did with Makima for Makima, and like he saved all of Japan in a way. And even in like the end of part 1, we saw some like people talking like, oh, there's a devil, Chainsaw Man will handle it probably. I heard he's a high school round. Also, you can kind of still, he's not going to be that strong, that much is given, but Makima is still there. I guess the Chinese version. So Chinese goods don't last that long. Rest is up to you. And the most important thing in this story, power. He needs to be there. And not as much as Makima, but like power needs to be there. In a high school setting nonetheless. And the bomb devil as well. Is she dead? I don't know. Is she dead? I don't remember. Anyway, I have to read it. This is the manga. Now, anyway, so Chainsaw Man is coming back July 13th. I want the Exam Devil arc. And the cultural festival, there is going to be a cultural festival, like, of course there is. The high school is in the title. There's going to be a cultural festival arc. Like, I don't care if it's like 2 chapters, there's going to be cultural festival in there. And like, is Renji high school first year or third year? Because like, if he's first year, then this can stretch out for a while. If he's the third year, then not for as long. But still, I want that Exam Devil. That Exam Devil needs to be there. And I don't even care if it's like for 1 chapter, Exam Devil needs to be there. Please. And until it arrives, I will be pushing the agenda of the Exam Devil coming. Yeah. So the Exam Devil will be showing up probably. And July 13, mark a calendar, Chainsaw Man Part 2. Until that time, I'll have to reread this entire damn story. And if you want recaps of each and every arc, subscribe because I will be making those. Now that the second part has been announced. And do you want a story about like eccentric Zoldyck family spies without the Zoldyck family, but like with a better family that's actually a family? Go watch this video. I have explained a series like that. Okay, yeah, I'm just at this point. The Exam Devil needs to be there. That's a requirement. And Exam Devil, Cultural Festival, Power. These are 3 things that need to be there. I can probably come up with more plot points as I go through the manga again, because it's been a while since I read it. All the plot points are in my head right now, so reread it. I'll do it right now. I will have to read Berserk and catch up with Yokozuna family, the Yozakura family. Manga time, I guess. So I'm out. Please subscribe.